Right. This is the second game in Asshole Santa.
Few believed that the formidable strength of NATO would be challenged and tested.
Welcome to the cutscene of Eurofighter Typhoon.
The spectre of an old enemy has arisen, with intent to settle unfinished
Which,
business between East and
at least they got some rendering
now only
that
Iceland
looks
stands
kinda
between
nice
peace and world
in
war.
there, except it's all pre-rendered. Also, I couldn't actually get this game to display in any reasonable resolution, so this is windowed and it took up maybe an eighth of my display. So it's ridiculous. And the worst thing about this game is the fact that it seems that the first, because this is a 10-minute long, I played this for about 15 minutes. And most of it is just nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think I went through about 11 minutes of just absolutely nothing before I actually got to do anything, really. Of course, I bullshitted my way through this startup thing. I have included a woman somehow because, you know, gender equality is such a good thing. Welcome to the pool room! Yep. So yeah, that's a thing. It's a room where, I mean, they don't even play pool. They actually just stand there. I don't even know how the person who made this thought it was a good idea. I mean, oh look, you can see that all your pilots are relaxing. Good job! But I don't care. I just really don't care. To be honest, at this point I was just sitting there going, oh please give me something to do. Oh. Until I realised that you can actually speed up time, which happens a little bit later. But even then it's... And there's this thing called Smart Cam, which is like, hey, we'll show you the most important thing contextually. Which still is not interesting things. See, this is where I discover, oh look, there's a speed up button. I like speed. I'll take advantage of the speed. And still nothing really happened. I wasn't even reading any of it. This is just... My favourite thing is you watch the way their heads move and it's as though they're a bobblehead. Because their neck sort of... Their head sort of hinges around where their ears are. It's like someone stuck a pin between both ears and said, you can only hinge around there. Yes. Very important things. Look, there is a table. Yes, yeah. The other guy's going, yes, that is a table. Yeah, I'm a pilot. I don't make furniture. I don't know why you keep pointing at that damn table. Oh, some more things. Look, here you go. Now, my favorite thing is if you look carefully, you can see that when he's starting everything up, he's just punching the console. Now, I've personally never seen a pilot start up anything by punching it with a full fist, just like, you know. Also, I'm pretty sure afterburners are meant to flash. So yeah, we're at 4 minutes 40 seconds before we get into an aircraft, to which
all systems online and correct.
It's just weird. Now then, the interesting thing is that I have a Satek X52set up on my computer. I was surprised to find that it natively worked. I wouldn't have expected this from a game like this. To be honest, this game is just bad. In terms of UI, it's one of the worst things I've used. Because exactly this. Every 10 seconds it goes, ooh, I need to tell you some more information. Ooh, I've got some more information for you. Oh, no, we must stop and give you some more information. Why don't you just give it all to me in one go, where I can just click next, ignore all of it, and move on. By the way, having played almost any other aircraft simulator, this thing flies like... it flies like a brick. In fact, I would say that it flies like a brick that's been taped to a potato being thrown through a window. That being, no one has any idea quite why the potato is involved, or why it's been thrown through a window. But I mean, it achieved its goal. It doesn't fly well, but it achieved its goal. I'm not entirely sure what this thing's goal was. I would never call it a serious simulator, since they called it your undercarriage. I personally would get a little offended if someone came up to me and said, "Look, you must raise your undercarriage." Are my pants falling down? Again with the incessant, "Oi, you should read this." It's awful. It's just awful. I haven't even edited this, and I'm just looking at the voiceover and going, oh, this is catastrophic. On the upside, watching the preview is about the same size on my screen as it is to playing it originally. I've also noticed that in some of the turns that you can achieve, which, by the way, no yaw at all. In the turns, at one point it said that I was doing 10 Gs, which pretty sure 10 Gs would be more than just, oh, I'm starting to black out. I mean, I'm no expert, but pretty sure that 10 Gs is pretty catastrophic. I mean, okay, if I was going to have anything to say about this game, whether I would recommend it or not, well, I can tell you this, it's a game. There was an attempt. They made a game. So there's that. The guy was probably very interested in the Eurofighter Typhoon, and wanted to make a game out of it. And so they did. But nothing about this game makes me want to play more. Maybe it would have made me want to play more 15 years ago. But I don't have the patience to wait for 5 minutes before I get into a jet. I want to do it straight away. Sure, I may fail, but the introduction to the game should not be, hey, let's look at some guys playing pool. Because if I wanted to watch some guys playing pool, I'd just walk down the road to the nearest, what do you call those places? Pool places? Pool parties? Either way, place where people play pool. I'd just go down there and watch as people better than me play a game. If I want to watch people that are better than me play a game, I just play multiplayer. I don't know how to make fun of this game, other than the fact that it feels like you're flying a potato, which isn't exactly high-end comedy. So, you know, I don't know. See, I'll either cut all this out or I'll leave this as is and people can just watch a 13-minute video of me fapping on about absolutely nothing and just talking about what I think of this game, which is that it's garbage. I've already said that, it's garbage. Then again, in the spirit of Arsehole Santa, I have played it. And I played it for more than 5 minutes because I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. I was wrong. I was completely wrong to give it the benefit of the doubt. But that's just how it goes. You know? I'm not looking forward to number 3. I'm really not. Oh well. If I was going to ridicule the sound of this game, they've done the thing that most games in the 80s did and go like, hey, we found something that vaguely sounds like what we're trying to achieve. Let's just repeat it. Continuously. It's like this 2-second clip. It's like with the cars where they would just go up through the gears regardless of whether you were going like up a hill slowly or anything. They just don't go up through the gears and play the same note basically. Weird drone. There was no depth to the audio, there was no dynamics. And in the same way with this, it just goes from a different pitch to, hey, let's make it sound like it's roaring, but the thing is you can hear the loop in it. And that annoys me. Also, I at this point I was just going full deflection on the stick, and I was surprised by the fact that as soon as you let go of the stick, it just stops. Either this plane has the most amazing stability assist system in the world, or they don't factor in any form of physics in this. Also, I couldn't read half of what they were telling me, so I sort of just went with, I think I need to go to the next waypoint. So, yeah, I would rate this game a game out of 10. It makes it into the category of game. Would I call it anything beyond that? Probably not. I would just say that they made an attempt. Would I recommend it? I'd recommend it for Arsehole Santa. It holds up for that category. But beyond that, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth any. Yep. Feel free to ridicule my terrible landing in the Eurofighter by planting it. I actually forgot that you need to turn off the engines, because otherwise you're doing like 200 knots, which doesn't feel like 200 knots. Also, I think that the runway is probably shorter than a midget's penis. I'll leave you with that. Yeah. Have a good one.